How to fix low FPS in Dispatch cinematics. Welcome back to Teknobalta. Today, we are tackling a highly requested issue regarding Dispatch and its incredibly choppy cinematics. During our testing, we noticed that cutscenes can feel incredibly sluggish, almost as if they are dropping down to 15 frames per second, even on high-end systems. Our team analyzed this exact behavior and compiled the most comprehensive guide to resolve cinematic stuttering. If you are tired of your immersive story moments being ruined by low frame rates, you are in the right place. We have prepared over 20 detailed troubleshooting steps to completely optimize your experience. We confirmed that the core problem is not your hardware, but how the game handles cutscenes. Dispatch utilizes pre-rendered video files for its cinematics, which are permanently locked at 30 FPS by the developers. When you play these capped videos on a high refresh rate monitor, the frame pacing mismatch makes the gameplay feel like it is running at 15 FPS. To counter this visual stutter, we recommend temporarily adjusting your desktop refresh rate to a multiple of 30, such as 60 Hz. You can do this by right-clicking your desktop, navigating to Display Settings, and modifying the refresh rate under Advanced Display. This simple change allows the 30 FPS pre-rendered videos to sync perfectly with your screen refresh cycles. Next, our team found that the in-game VSync implementation can sometimes clash with pre-rendered media playback. Open the main Settings menu in Dispatch, navigate to the Display tab, and turn VSync completely off. We will apply a much more stable frame synchronization method through your graphics driver in the next step. Open your NVIDIA control panel or AMD software to force a driver-level vertical sync. Navigate to Manage 3D Settings, select the Program Settings tab, and find the executable file for Dispatch. Scroll down to the vertical sync option and set it to On, which will force a hardware-level synchronization that handles cutscene frame pacing far better than the game itself. We also discovered that background frame rate limits can severely throttle video playback rendering. In that same control panel profile for Dispatch, locate the background application max frame rate setting. Ensure this is turned off so that the game does not artificially drop frames when a cinematic triggers a subtle window state change. If you are utilizing frame generation technologies like DLSS3 or AMD Fluid Motion frames, we advise turning them off specifically for this title. These AI generation techniques often struggle with pre-rendered video artifacts, causing the cinematics to look extremely jittery and distorted. Relying on native rendering will immediately smooth out the transition between gameplay and cutscenes. Windows Game Mode is another critical factor that dictates how system resources are allocated during video playback. Press the Windows key, type Game Mode Settings, and ensure the toggle is switched to the on position. This forces the operating system to prioritize Dispatch and suspends background processes that might interfere with video decoding. Let us move on to the operating system graphics scheduling by typing graphics settings into your Windows search bar. Click on Browse, locate the Dispatch executable file in your installation folder, and add it to the list. Click on the newly added game, select Options, and enforce the high performance preference to guarantee your dedicated GPU handles the cinematic decoding. Full-screen optimizations in Windows can sometimes disrupt how pre-rendered videos overlap the actual game engine. Right-click on the Dispatch executable file, select Properties, and navigate to the Compatibility tab. Check the box that says Disable Full-Screen Optimizations, and click Apply to prevent Windows from forcing its own display rendering layer over the game. While you are in the Compatibility tab, we highly recommend checking the box to run this program as an administrator. This elevated permission level ensures the game has unrestricted access to the video codecs and system memory required to stream high-quality cinematics without stuttering. A corrupted DirectX shader cache can cause severe micro-stutters right when a cinematic attempts to load. Open your Windows Disk Cleanup utility, select your primary C drive, and check the box explicitly for DirectX shader cache. Click OK to clear these temporary files, forcing the game to compile fresh, uncorrupted shaders upon your next launch. Your Windows power plan might be aggressively scaling down your CPU frequency during the low-demand pre-rendered video sections. Open the control panel, navigate to Power Options, and select the Ultimate Performance or High Performance Power Plan. This prevents your processor from entering idle states that cause immediate frame drops when switching back to gameplay. We also suggest evaluating the max frame rate setting within your graphics control panel. If you have a global limit set incredibly high, the sudden drop to a 30 FPS locked cinematic causes a massive frame time variance. Try capping the specific dispatch game profile to a stable 60 FPS or 120 FPS to reduce the visual shock of the transition. Hardware-accelerated GPU scheduling, while great for some games, can cause conflicts with older pre-rendered video formats. Go to your Windows display settings, click on Graphics Settings, and toggle off Hardware-accelerated GPU scheduling. You will need to restart your computer for this change to take effect and stabilize the video playback. At Teknobalta, we always verify the integrity of the game files when dealing with video playback issues. Open your Steam or Epic Games launcher, right-click on Dispatch, and select the option to verify or repair the installation. This process scans your game folder and redownloads any corrupted cinematic files that might be causing the extreme stuttering. Third-party overlays are notorious for injecting rendering code that breaks pre-rendered cutscenes. We recommend completely disabling the Discord overlay, Steam overlay, and NVIDIA GeForce Experience overlay while playing Dispatch. Removing these injection layers allows the video player to render directly to your screen without interference. Adjusting the process priority can force Windows to dedicate maximum processing power to the game during heavy transitions. Launch Dispatch, press Ctrl-Shift-Escape to open Task Manager, and navigate to the Details tab. Right-click on the dispatch process, hover over Set Priority, and change it to High. Variable refresh rate technologies, like G-Sync and FreeSync, can sometimes misinterpret 30 FPS video files, causing the monitor refresh rate to wildly fluctuate and create visible lag. Open your monitor settings or GPU control panel and disable variable refresh rate, specifically for the dispatch profile. A fixed refresh rate is much more stable for capped video content. Sometimes, your operating system lacks the proper media foundation codecs required to decode the specific video format used in the game. We suggest downloading and installing a trusted media codec pack, such as the K-Lite codec pack basic version. This ensures your Windows environment has the absolute latest decoding libraries to handle the high bitrate cinematics smoothly. If you have installed the game on a standard mechanical hard drive, the slow read speeds will inevitably cause cinematic frame drops. Our team strongly advises moving the game installation to a high-speed SSD via your game launcher settings. The faster read speeds will allow the heavy video files to load directly into memory without any bottlenecking. Beyond game-specific tweaks, maintaining your system's overall health is absolutely critical for performance. We highly recommend performing a clean installation of your graphics drivers using a tool like Display Driver Uninstaller. Wiping the old driver files completely and installing the latest official package directly from your manufacturer will resolve deep-seated rendering bugs across all your games. Finally, underlying Windows corruption can sabotage gaming performance regardless of your hardware capability. Open the command prompt as an administrator and type sfc/scano, then press Enter. This system file checker will thoroughly scan your operating system for missing or damaged core files and automatically repair them to restore peak system stability. Don't forget to follow Teknobalta for more.